Do you want to know why I take medication, chat? Do you want to know? Do you want to know the story? Story time with Nix Voltare. It's not forever. It's not like I take them forever. It's like for a period of time. Oh my god, story time. It's very not interesting. It's just very scary and awful experience. But anyway, way back when, this is a good reminder to get up and move, which is why I do it now all the time. So basically, a couple years ago, I got, you know, the big COVID-19, right? I got vaccinated one time. And then soon after that, actually, I got COVID. And anyway, I recovered from that. But little did I know, in the background, stuff was brewing up because of it. And yeah, I can't remember what it was. I think it was around like April or May. I started getting like a pain in my side. This was like a year after or something. I started getting a pain in my side, and I was like, oh, what is that? Like, I had just gone out for a run, actually. And I thought I had cramp or something from running. I woke up. And I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to it much. So, I woke up. I did my stuff that I usually do. And then, you know, a bit more over time, it got worse and worse. And I was like, oh, this is like really hurting now. Like, it got worse and worse. And I was like, damn, am I like, do I have like a kidney stone or something? Because it felt like specifically like in my kidney or something, right? So I was like, fuck. So I kind of be like, okay, well, I'll just sleep it off, right? I'll be fine. Anyway, I woke up the next day and it was like 10 times worse. And I was just like, oh, fuck. It was like really bad. Like really, really bad. So I went to the doctors. I went like straight to the... Well, I got an appointment, I think, the next day. Because it was getting like really bad. So I was like, okay, I need to go to the doctors like ASAP. So I went there. But by the time I got there, the pain had kind of like subsided a bit. And they were like, maybe it was a kidney stone. Maybe, you know, they were like poking around and they were like, yeah, maybe it just gone or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. So that happened and the pain kind of went away and it was getting better. So obviously me saying this, the doctors were like, okay, whatever, it's fine. They were like, just, you know, keep an eye on it. You know, your heart's fine. There's no pain when we press anywhere right now. Like, you're chilling, right? Maybe it was just something and it's passed and whatever. Anyway, so I was like, okay. So I went back home and I was chilling. I went home. It was getting better. I was like, okay, whatever it was, it's going away. I went to bed. And then the next day, chat, I tell you, oh my God, I couldn't breathe. I was like, ugh, like it was fucking awful. I thought I was dying, actually. I just stood there. The pain was probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. I was like stood up and my bed's like raised off the floor a bit, right? And I was like kind of just leaning on my bed, like scrunching up my face, like, fuck, like it was bad. So I kind of just stood there, like demobilized for like half an hour. Trust me, I couldn't do anything. I was out for the count. Anyway, eventually it kind of passed a bit, but then it got worse. And when I say worse, at this point, I actually thought I was going to die because I started like coughing up blood and shit. And I was like, okay, this is very bad. Like whatever the fuck is going on, I'm like dying right now. This is fucking scary. So I was like, okay, I need to go to hospital like right now. I'm just like bleeding. I can't breathe. I can't even function properly. Honestly, the pain was indescribable. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. So anyway, I went to the doctors. Anyway, cut a long story short, I basically had a blood clot in my lung. I had a freaking PE or whatever it's called. I can't remember the full thing. Anyway, I had a blood clot in my lung, and basically, yeah, pulmonary embolism. Yeah. Pleural effusion. No, it was the pulmonary embolism, but I got pleural effusion from it as well, and I also had what's the word? What's like the lung infection that you get? I can't remember what it's called. Pneumonia. Yes, I had that as well. Pop off my tuberculosis. It wasn't tuberculosis. It was pneumonia. Yeah, so I had that as well. So like, I was like getting battered in every sense of the word. So it could have been from that. From everything. I don't know. Everything was like a combination of bad. So yeah, basically now I have to take like blood thinning medication for a set period of time. PEs can kill you. I'm glad you're okay. I know they can. I was terrified. Thankfully though, it was actually like very small. So it wasn't like I have to stay on the meds forever. It was just like a cause and effect of something, and yeah, now it's fine. What are you on? Apixaban, 5 milligrams, twice a day. So yeah, I had to take like double of it. I had to take like 20 milligrams a day at first, but now it's just 10 milligrams. So 5 in the morning, 1 in the evening. So yeah, but I'm fine now, but it's more of like a precaution thing. So yeah, thankfully not. So yeah, be careful, chat. Make sure you do regular exercises. Make sure you stay safe. Make sure you do all that good stuff. Yeah, the amount of blood that they took from me and since then is a lot. And I don't know, it was kind of traumatic, to be honest. I'm like terrified of that stuff. I'm like I never get ill, really. Sometimes I like get sick or I just feel a bit shit, but that's mostly self-inflicted. But like in terms of any actual like serious stuff, I've never really, that was like the first time. Like I've had really bad fevers and like illnesses in terms of like caught from just, you know, just like flu and stuff, but COVID wasn't actually too bad either. But this was the first time I actually had to go to like hospital and stuff. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't, thankfully, obviously, it wasn't too bad. I can't imagine what it's like when it's like really bad. But yeah, it was a lot of pain in the ass. And I tell you, after that, it was, for a good month, it was, I couldn't sleep properly. Like the pain was just freaking unbearable. I mean, it sounds like TMI, but like every morning, like coughing up blood and stuff is fucking terrifying. So the thing is, the usual cause of it is like you don't move around a lot, which, you know, me, I don't. So they suspected that because it can like go from your leg or something and then like travel up towards like your heart / lungs, right? But there was no signs of that. So the pneumonia and like all the COVID combo was the reason, or like the suspected reason anyway. So I don't think it was from that, but it can be from that. So make sure you get up, and if you work all day at the PC like me, make sure you get up, stretch, keep circulation going. It's your sign to take a walk. Yeah, if you haven't been recently, make sure you do. So yeah, now I have to take medication for it at the meantime, temporarily. But yeah, like I said, it wasn't too bad. So thankfully I'm okay. You know, I got to fly to Japan last year, not so long after it even. So I just had to make sure to get up every hour and walk up and down the aisle and stuff. Great day to be a snacker. I get up all the time to get snacks. Well, make sure they're healthy snacks. Make sure you get some fruit too. Because I guess it depends on what snacks you get. When I get blood tests done every year, I feel so hard. I have to shut my eyes so tight because I'm terrified of needles and I'm a low blood pressure type person. Yeah. I think after like the first 3 times they did it, I was kind of, I don't know. I was kind of, I kind of used to it, but it was still, I think the most traumatic thing was like the blood situation, like coughing up the blood stuff. That is fucking scary. And even to this day, like if I have to like cough, I get scared that it's happening again, even though there's like no pain or anything. It's like one of those things where I'm like, oh my God. And for a long time after, I would be obsessive about checking constantly. PTSD, I guess, but not like crazy amounts, but it was very scary for a long time. And trying to sleep on my side, oh, it was the worst thing. I could only sleep on one side for like a good month and a half at least. Because if I slept on the other side, oh, the pain was unbearable. And then I'd wake up and I would just be leaking my cyborg oil everywhere. AKA bludge. So yeah, thankfully, I'm fine now. Thankfully. So, very scary. So that's the story time. So that's why. So when we do med check, that's what I take him. That's what I'm taking. There you go.